Welcome to the It Factor. We're Jemmy and Nye, exploring a new blog post by Mr. Len Kaplan, CEO of CDML and MSP in Queens, NY, offering network management, VoIP and UCAS, cybersecurity compliance, IaaS, cloud, and Microsoft 365 and Azure.
And if you're a small business owner or maybe you manage IT for a growing organization, this deep dive is definitely for you. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we're jumping straight into, well, a pretty sneaky new Gmail phishing scam that Len Kaplan highlighted. What really caught my eye is how it uses Google's own stuff, its own infrastructure, to look legitimate.
That's spot on. It's really quite clever in a worrying way. These aren't your typical sloppy phishing emails. They're crafted to look like they genuinely come from no reply at google.com.
Right. And if you're running a business, you see that address, you automatically lower your guard a bit, don't you?
You do. Because it's familiar. It feels safe.
And the hook. It claims law enforcement needs access to your Google account. Big red letters, basically.
Exactly. Create instant panic. And naturally, there's a link. Click here to deal with this urgent legal issue.
Classic pressure tactic. Make it sound serious. Make it sound urgent so people click before they think.
And the way they make it look so real is the unsettling part. It's not just faking the from address. Len's post points out they're using things like Google Sites.
Google Sites. So they build the fake stuff within Google's tools.
Precisely.
Yeah.
They embed their malicious links or pages within something that looks like a normal Google service notification.
Yeah.
And because it's kind of originating from within Google's ecosystem,
The usual security checks might not flag it as easily. Is that the idea?
that's exactly it. Some of the standard email authentication, things like SPF or DKRM, might get bypassed because the initial point seems, well, legitimate coming from Google's infrastructure.
So the advice, always check the sender, is, well, it's less helpful here. That feels like a big problem.
It is. It means your standard spam filters, even good ones, might just let these slip through when they'd catch other, more obvious fakes.
Okay, so let's say someone, maybe a busy manager, gets this email, feels that pressure, and clicks the link. What are they walking into?
Usually, it takes you to a fake web page. And get this, sometimes that fake page is also hosted on Google Sites.
Wow, that's doubling down on the deception.
It really is. And the whole point, of course, is to get you to type in your Google username and password, or maybe other sensitive business data.
So even if you think you're pretty savvy about phishing, this one sounds tough. The sender looks right. The urgency feels real. Maybe even the web page URL has Google in it somewhere.
That's the danger. The usual quick checks, the obvious red flags you train yourself or your team to look for, they might not be there with this one.
Which makes it incredibly effective, potentially.
It does. You might not get that browser warning or the email client flagging it as suspicious.
Okay, so let's pivot to protection. For that small business owner listening, maybe feeling a bit worried now, what are the immediate actionable things they should be doing?
Well, first off, it's about mindset. Cultivating skepticism, especially for any email demanding urgent action about legal matters or account security. Encourage everyone, yourself included, to just pause. Take a breath before reacting.
Resist that urge to click immediately. Okay, so instead of clicking the link in the email, what's the safe play?
Always go direct. Open a new browser tab, type in myaccount.google.com yourself, manually.
Don't use the link. Go there directly.
Exactly. Log in securely that way. If Google genuinely needs to alert you about something important, especially a security issue or a legal request, you'll find the notification right there in your account dashboard.
Makes sense. Go to the source, not through the potentially dodgy email link. What else? What's another must-do?
Multi-factor authentication, MFA. Seriously, enable it everywhere, but especially on your Google accounts.
That second layer of security.
Yes. Because even if a scammer does manage to trick someone into giving up their password,
They still can't get in without that second factor, like a code from your phone.
correct, it makes it significantly harder for them to actually compromise the account. It's probably the single most effective step you can take.
Okay, MFA is key. What if you do get one of these emails? What should you do with it? Just delete it?
Deleting is fine, but even better is reporting it. You can forward the entire suspicious email as an attachment to phishing at google.com.
Ah, so you help Google track these campaigns.
Exactly. It helps them improve their filters and take down the malicious sites.
Okay, quick recap then. Be skeptical of urgent legal emails. Don't click the link. Go directly to myaccount.google.com. Enable MFA without fail. Report suspicious emails to Google.
That covers the immediate user actions, absolutely. And, this whole scam really underscores a broader point for small businesses.
Which is?
Technology alone isn't a silver bullet. Google has great security. Microsoft 365 has great security. But attackers are constantly evolving. You need that human element-informed, cautious users working alongside the tech protections.
So it's a combination, vigilant people plus strong technical safeguards.
Precisely. You need robust security settings at the tenant level, your overall Google Workspace or Microsoft 365 environment.
And what kind of settings are we talking about there beyond MFA?
Things like login anomaly detection spotting sign-ins from weird places or at odd times. Also, protecting privileged accounts, like your admin accounts, very carefully. And setting up alerts for suspicious activities within the accounts, like unusual file sharing or changes to security settings.
Right, so layers of defense, user awareness, strong authentication, and these back-end security configurations.
That's the goal. Build a resilient defense.
This has been really insightful. It's a clear warning, but also gives practical steps, which is crucial for small business owners who have so much on their plate.
Absolutely. And if folks were thinking, okay, how do I check my setup? Or how do I train my team effectively? It is worth looking into. Reviewing your current security posture, maybe getting some security awareness training rolled out. As mentioned at the start, companies like CDML specialize in this training, securing Google Workspace, securing Microsoft 365.
Good point. We mentioned their contact info earlier, but maybe worth repeating.
Sure. Their website is cdml.com/contact. The blog with posts like the one we discussed is cdml.com/blog-2. And they have video content, too, on YouTube. Search for CDML Computer Services.
Great resources. Okay, let's wrap up with a final thought for our listeners to chew on. Given that even official-looking channels, like a notification seemingly from Google, can be weaponized like this, how can small businesses foster that necessary culture of constant vigilance, that healthy skepticism, without, grinding productivity to a halt or making everyone paranoid?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Balancing security and usability.